What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy and I'm going to be doing my review for the 1985 movie The Black Cauldron. So in this movie, Taryn, a young assistant pigkeeper with boyish dreams of becoming a great warrior, has to put his daydreaming aside when his charge an oracle pig named Hanwin is kidnapped by an evil lord known as the Horned King. The villain hopes Han will show him the way to the Black Cauldron, which has powers to create a giant army of unstoppable soldiers, an army of the dead. So this movie is kind of a mixed bag for me. There's a lot of things I like and don't like. The animation is gorgeous. It holds up really, really well, and the story is decent. It has a decent premise and stuff. It's just not very well executed. But I will go with the positives first. There's some fun fantasy stuff in this movie. Awesome dragons and stuff. There's a really fun scene where their dragons are trying to kidnap the pig Hanwin. It's just a really fun scene and everything. Really well done. And everything. But there's also a lot of really dumb moments too, like when they meet these three witches and they turn one of the main characters into a frog and he's hopping all over one of their boobs and stuff, and she's like sexually harassing him and stuff. It just wasn't really funny stuff and everything. I get what they were going for, but it just wasn't funny. And the characters are mixed bag for me too. I will say that Princess Alonwi is probably the only great character in this movie. She's the only one that I really liked and found to be real likable and stuff. She's still just as charming as she was to me as a kid and everything. But the rest of the characters, Tyron, the lead character, is annoying and whiny and gets on my nerves really bad. I've never really been a big fan of that character. I never really liked him and everything. I thought he just really was whiny and annoying. And Gergie, the side character, who is kind of the comic relief of the movie, is the most annoying comic relief character in any Disney movie. He just gets on my nerves really, really bad. Every time he talks, I just want to punch him and say, "Shut the hell up. You are so annoying." He's like the Jar Jar Binks of this movie, for sure. The other characters, I don't even remember their names. They're just kind of forgettable. There's a little fairy guy that goes with him for a few minutes of the movie, and he gets separated from him. He's not that much of a big deal. He's kind of annoying too. And then there's another guy, I think his name is, what is his name? Finwin, or Flute or Flam, maybe? I don't know. But he isn't very likable either. To be honest, I don't really remember his name, but I think it's Flute or Flam or something like that. It's something silly that and everything, but he's an okay character. The Horned King is an mixed villain for me. I think he's intimidating and creepy and cool looking and stuff, and sounds cool. John Hurt does an excellent job voicing him and making him feel more evil and everything but he is kind of underdeveloped. He doesn't really have a backstory or anything. There's nothing that makes him super cool aside from him just being creepy and stuff. He's kind of a throwaway villain. They don't really do much with him in this movie and everything. Kind of felt like he was underused and everything, and he was so easy to defeat that it's like it takes away from his creepy factor and stuff. Although his defeat is pretty cool though. We get to see the skin come off of his hands and everything is pretty brutal for a Disney movie. Everything. And like I said, there are some fun moments in here. Most of my favorite moments that had me laughing was the Horned King has this little sidekick that's always that acts real two-faced. Sometimes he'll act like he's on the good side. Sometimes he acts like he's on the bad side, but it's mainly because he's sucking up to the Horn King because he's scared of him. He always was one of the characters that I did like in this movie. I don't even know what his name is, but he cracks me up the way he's scared of the Horn King and stuff, but he kisses his butt throughout the whole movie and everything. He's just and then when the Horn King is gone and everything's like finally free and stuff, you kind of feel good for that character. And I gotta say that the pacing is all over the place. Like I said, there's some really fun moments, and then it gets really slow in the middle of it, and then it rushes through the third act. And everything, like the big fight between Terran and the Horned King should have been this epic sword fight or something, and it isn't. It just is a pretty lame fight of them both trying to get to the cauldron, and the Horned King ends up getting killed by the cauldron because Gurgi sacrifices himself only to be brought back to life at the end of the movie anyway, so his sacrifice was completely meaningless and everything. I think if they would have left Gurgi dead, that probably would have gave an extra point or two to this movie, just because of how annoying the character was, and the point of his sacrifice was completely pointless because he got to live anyway. So it was one of those things that Disney did that I absolutely hate, when they don't have the balls to kill off a character and everything, and Gurgi is one of those characters I really wish would have died. But this is also one of those Disney movies that I think, out of all the movies that they've done, this has the most potential for a good live-action remake, because it is based on a book series. They could even turn it into a movie series if they were to do it right and everything. But for what this movie is, it's alright. It's an okay fantasy movie, but it's not one of my favorites. I have some nostalgia for it, but not enough to really love it. Like I said, it's never been one of my favorite movies and everything. So I'd give The Sword in the Stone a 5 out of 10. I think it's okay, but not very good. And it just wasn't a great movie. So let me know in the comments what you think of The Black Cauldron. And once again, I'm sorry about my voice. I thought it was getting better and everything. It seemed like it finally was, and it's going back out again. So this might be the last review for a while. It might not be. I'm gonna try to keep doing them though, and everything. But hopefully my voice will be better by the next one. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.